My teen years were behind. I can feel the burden rely on my shoulder now. Not like I'm gonna take it on, but it's already loaded on my shoulders, and I'm bored with everything and anything. That's the backbone of adulthood, I guess. Boredom. I wrote this like a year ago when I was 21. And from then on, it's been more than a year, like, and almost every single page I have like almost finished the diary, filled it up with loneliness. Almost every single page is filled with loneliness. And like if it was like a movie, I would tell them just get over it. Like, okay. But it's so difficult because it's so big and so powerful that it feels impossible to get over. And you understand that unlike anything else you've experienced in your life, this is gonna last forever. And it's um deeply ingrained in your existence and everybody's. And um it feels like it's not natural. It feels like it shouldn't be this way. Like it feels like something is off. Um One of my favorite tweets reads, "We cultivated lovelessness." And it feels very strange to me. Why are we this way? Like, why are we all collectively acting like we're supposed to be lonely? It feels like blasphemy to be vulnerable with people and be your real self and expect them to be vulnerable and real with you. I know it can be exhausting because it's genuinely a lot. Like, a human being is a lot to experience. Experiencing yourself is very heavy on itself, and like I understand that it's even harder and heavier to experience somebody else, and you wanna it's very natural that you are hesitant, and maybe I think people grow numb once they step into adulthood, and they become very insensitive, kind of uninterested in each other. And that's very sad to me. And I'm still resisting it. I'm 22. I don't know how long I will be resisting. Maybe tomorrow I will feel differently. I will feel like, well, that's it. I'll be cold as stone just like everybody. But I really don't want to. People just don't have tolerance for each other, and I've noticed it a few years back. Um, I don't even think anybody's gonna see this video, or anybody's gonna click on my channel or listen till the end or halfway. um I just really need to get it out, and sometimes writing is not enough. I hate writing diaries too. It feels exhausting to write. It feels exhausting to read. I don't read them mostly. In that tweet I mentioned the movie that's called Exterminating Angel, by Louis Buñuel. I don't know what the movie was intended at, but that was connotating to me artificial lovelessness. And in the movie, people are like, the rich are gathered for a party, and then nobody leaves because they just feel like they can't physically leave the room. Although they can, they just don't. And nobody knows why. And some people die in the room, and um, some of them even break down the wall to get to the water tubes, um, because they can't leave the room. Like, it's that bad. And I really love the concept, because it's like they were surrounded and stopped by invisible walls. And I think it's very similar. It feels the same. The loneliness you discover in your adulthood. I don't know why we're lonely. Like, all we need is each other. All we need is each other. Why are we lonely? Why? How could we be possibly lonely? How could we be possibly this lonely? You couldn't make this up. It just feels so wrong to open up to people. Maybe it's just me, maybe something's just wrong with me, maybe not everybody feels that way. But every time I open up to someone, every time I experience intimacy with somebody, any kind of intimacy, like emotional intimacy, um, it feels like I stepped out in public naked, or I did something horrible, really, really horrible. It feels like I burned my skin, and it just keeps hurting until the wound covers up and you don't remember it. It feels like a wound when you open up to someone and the memory just hurts. I don't know why. But at the same time, I understand how essential that is. Like, that's the point. And, like, that's why some people want to leave the world. I remember when I wanted to, um, I just really wanted somebody to hug me. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want anybody to ask me questions. I just wanted to feel the presence of somebody. I don't read my diaries from when I was 17 because I don't dare to. When I do, it takes me days to recover from the feeling. I once picked it up jokingly, thinking that, oh, I was so cringe when I was depressed. But it was genuinely painful. And what made it even harder was the loneliness that a 17-year-old discovered. And she just couldn't believe what she perceived. I have this strong urge to share very often. I've thought many times that I'm just being too much. All this feeling, all this observing, it's just too much. And I understand how exhausting it can be for people around me. I shouldn't say that, right? Why not? Why are people hypocrites? Why lie? Does anyone think lying is less hurtful? My God. Yes, I'm too much, but I really don't hate myself for that. Every time I considered changing this about myself, I stopped and thought, why should I have to erase a part of me? Really, what for? Why does everything have to be practical? Why would a loved one have to be convenient and easy? I'll just never understand. People imagine love as such a poetic and dramatic story with big sacrifices and huge solemn acts, when it's as simple as listening to a loved one complain, watching them being weird, off putting, too much, and liking it, or at least not minding it. Love is not supposed to be romantic, poetic, and cinematic. It's mundane, like everything real and lasting. You're supposed to like it. Boring. Here goes another one. Do I need an audience? Is it really necessary? Or do I just, oh yes, I miss my friends. Hearing their voices, having them tell me about their day, etc., but also getting to talk to someone. I miss being truly known. I miss genuine interest in myself, or at least believing I am genuinely interesting for someone. I feel an incessant urge to talk to people, tell them about things I discover, but talking to anyone feels wrong. Like I can always predict how it'll go, and it's almost always the same. I will explode if I don't get the words out. But where do I talk to? Do I need ears and brains or merely the act of talking? Why is it self contradicting? The last one is from about 6 months ago. The feeling of being lost is not gonna go away. It was never supposed to. It was never supposed to be a thing. It's unnatural. Belonging is unnatural. But it only makes sense why it's there. Reality is not good for your brain. I'm not complaining at all. I liked it that way. I don't care about the truth. I just wanted to feel good. That's why I loved school. Yes, I love learning, but I can learn by myself, and that's pretty much what I did there too. The part I loved was that we didn't know we were forced to each other. We thought we just had to sit in a classroom and sit next to whomever we were told. I remember when I was in ninth grade, my classmates were starting to see that and get independent, and I could already feel the future nostalgia of sitting in a classroom full of people. We liked different things, we weren't much used to each other, but we were still hanging around, gathering every day. It's a beautiful thing, you know. It goes like that in university too, though a fainter idea of togetherness there is. But when it ends, everybody is scattered around, and no one is like another. I will keep chasing that togetherness community. I will seek it my whole life. Growing up feels like they take the floor from under your feet and you hang from the sky or float to put better. Now, traffic signs in the sky, you're not likely to bump into someone there. There's just too much space for that to happen.